Here we are back for problem 1124. In this problem, Opinion Research International surveyed people who with household incomes that exceed $50,000 and asked each for their top money-related New Year's resolutions. And they had 5 responses. Number 1, get out of credit card debt. 2, retire before age 65. 3, die broke. 4, make do with current finances. And 5, look for a higher paying job. So our goal is to estimate with 90% confidence the proportion of people whose household incomes exceed $50,000 and whose top money-related resolution is to get out of credit card debt. So the first thing we need to do is figure out what the sample size is. So we're going to use the count function. Now we could figure it out probably a little easier than that, but you can see the count function counts the number of cells in a range that contains numbers. So we're going to open parentheses and we're going to go over here to column 1, which lists all the resolution, and I'm going to start dragging at A2 and just go down to the bottom of the list. Now I could have just gone down and subtracted 1 and had it, but it's good to know how the count function works. Okay, so it goes down here to 216, and then I'm going to go up into the formula bar, close that, and hit enter. So we have 215 is our sample size, and the number one goal to get out of credit card debt, so we're going to use the COUNTIF function then. So COUNTIF, and it counts the number of cells within a range that meet the given condition. So the first thing we enter is our range, which is A2 colon to A216, a comma between the range parameter and the criteria. And again, for getting out of debt, that was 1 out of the choices 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Then we close the parenthesis and click enter, and we see that there's 77 people out of the 215 who have that as their number one goal. So to calculate p hat, we simply go 77, the number of people who want to get out of credit card debt, divided by the total of the sample. And again, we're going to use the proportion of the sample to infer the percent of people with incomes above 50,000 who want to get out of debt. So the p hat is 0.3581. And because we want, it said in there, estimate with 90% confidence. So because we want a 90% confidence interval, 1 minus our alpha, or the significance level, is equal to 0.90. So our alpha is 0.10, and so we take the alpha and divide it by 2 to give 0.5. So 1 minus 0.5 is equal to 0.95. Now we're going to bring that table back up from page 310. So let me do that. And we're looking for 0.95. So in this case, we don't see it exactly. We've got 0.9505 here at 1605, and we have 0.9495. So it's really 0.95 is right in between here at 1.645. So, and we see that right here. I put that in there. So it's halfway between column the column 0.04 and 0.5, so we put in 1.645. And now, to get the lower confidence level, and again, let me scroll up so we can see this. Here's the confidence interval estimator of P. So it's going to be equal to, and we're doing the lower confidence level first, we're going to go P hat minus Z times the square root of P hat times 1 minus P hat divided by N, which is the 215, close the parenthesis, hit enter, and it's 0.3044. And now let's do the upper confidence level. Again, same formula, we're just using the plus instead of the minus. So equal to P hat plus the Z times the square root of P hat times 1 minus P hat, which is cell A10, divided by N, which is the number in the sample, the 215, and we close the parentheses for the square root and hit enter, and it gives us 0.4119. So the portion of people whose household incomes exceed 50,000 and whose top money related resolution is to get out of credit card debt is somewhere between the 0.3044 and the 0.4119. Alright, that's it for 1124.